Hi, I'm Autistic Nana and I want to talk about autism and low self-esteem. There is a correlation between being autistic and having low self-esteem, but low self-esteem is not inherent to being autistic. It is something that happens because of the way we are treated. So as a child, you will often get bullied or excluded from groups because you're just slightly different and you don't react how the other children think you should do. This can go on into adulthood, but obviously bullying is more common in children. So if you're not diagnosed autistic as a child, you won't be aware of what this difference is that these other children are perceiving, and you won't understand why you're being treated this way. So therefore, you will have a low sense of self-esteem because you'll just think you aren't like the other children, you're different, you're not good enough, and you don't fit in. There's something off about you. When you get older, you might still not be diagnosed and you'll have learned to mask and camouflage. You're trying to fit in and you're trying to make yourself like the other people or how you think you should be. So your true self is buried and you can't let your true self out because that's when you'll be ostracized or bullied or picked on or called out for your behavior again. So right from the beginning, you're learning to hide your true self and you know that you're not like everybody else, and as long as you're not acting like yourself, you're more likely to be accepted into groups with your peers, to go out, to play, whatever, and you're less likely to get bullied. So right from the very beginning, even if you're diagnosed, you're going to be looked upon differently. If you're undiagnosed, you're going to be looked upon differently and you won't even know why. So low self-esteem is going to occur and it's very difficult for it not to occur. And obviously that's really difficult, especially when you're undiagnosed and you don't actually know what's going on. So you learn that you're not good enough and you feel broken and you feel like nothing you do is ever right and you don't even know why, and it's a really sad thing. So if people could just have a little bit of compassion to people that are different to them, maybe that would solve the whole problem. There's just no need to call people out and pick on them because they're different to you. I've experienced this when I was a child. I just kept to myself, found that was the safest way to be. And it's really sad that autistic people can feel that. And I know a lot of children do feel that as well, and it's a really sad situation to be in. So perhaps the rest of the world could catch up and just treat people a little more fairly and a little less differently. Thanks for listening.